I've always said it was a bad idea na yung abogado ng Pangulo ang i-appoint bilang chairman ng COMELEC. Bakit? Because we lawyers, alam ni Attorney Harold yan, we are bound by a certain set of principles, one of which is conflict of interest. You cannot go against a client even after the lawyer-client relationship has ended. That's the bedrock principle. Sagrado po sa mga abogado yan. Paano si George Garcia? He was very active as an election lawyer. Ang dami niya naging kliyente, not only the president. How is he going to deal with the situation when a former client goes before the Commission on Elections, which he heads? Kahit mag-inhibit na siya, sabihin natin mag-recuse siya sa proceedings, there will always be a cloud. Number 2, yung mga actuations po ng ating COMELEC, sad to say, do not inspire confidence. Hindi lamang yung Duterte Youth, alam na natin, ano? Kung nandoon naman po sa petition at nasabi na ni Chairman yung lack of due process. Kasi nasa Omnibus Election Code, totoo naman po, you can suspend a proclamation. But only when evidence is strong. Pag sinabi mong suspended ang proclamation, when evidence of guilt is strong, you have to state the law violated and the facts that led you to conclude that evidence of guilt is strong. That is an integral part of the due process clause of the Constitution. You have to be informed. The law must inform you, it must hear you before it condemns you. Dito walang hearing. And the suspension is not even based on strong evidence as provided for in the law. It is based on serious allegations. Allegations. Sinabi na ng ating Korte Suprema, accusation is not synonymous with guilt. Serious allegations? Are you effing kidding me? Etong kasama natin sa SMNI, sinabi ko, oy, rapist ito. Is that not a serious allegation? Nasaan ang proof ko? O ito, mamamatay tao ito, murderer. That is a serious allegation. Where is my proof? Ibig mo sabihin, he will have to face the consequences of the allegation just because it is serious? Plus, yung equal protection clause, persons similarly situated must be similarly treated. Diba yung sa Akbayan, Gabriela? Serious allegations, recruitment para sa insurgency movement, armed insurgency against the government, pinapatay na pulis sa sundalo, nagre-recruit ka, pati yung recruit na papatay. Hindi mo maseryoso yun? O bakit hindi suspend? The allegations are serious and the allegations were made by agencies of the government such as the NTF, LCAC, and the Office of the Solicitor General. Di ba maseryoso yun? Suspend mo rin. Di ba? O. Yan ang nangyayari. Aside from Duterte Youth, ang daming kapwitan na ginagawa ng ating COMELEC. Ito na lang. Ito, prime example. This good-looking guy beside me. He was ranting and raving about a defect in the process. Yung pagkonekta ng counting machine. Anong ginawa? Instead of addressing the concern, pinagdidimanda. Yung ba attitude ng COMELEC? Kinasuhan, pinadidisbar, pinatatanggal as a certified public accountant. O, pinapadisqualify pa. Pero, yung sinasabi niyang problema na dapat huwag i-connecta, sinunod ng COMELEC, di ba? Sinunod. O, anong problema mo, Mr. Garcia? Susundin mo, ba't dinimanda mo? Tama naman pala. That is an explicit admission that he was right. Why is he facing charges? Why is he facing disqualification based on alleged fake news? O, bakit ganon? O, ito pa ha. Kita nyo kung anong double standard ng COMELEC. Sa Negros Oriental, si Janice Degamo, sapagkat kaalyado ng gobyerno, di ba? Saan ka nakakita? Iniimbestigahan ng Department of Justice yung murder ng asawa. Dapat quasi-judicial yung stand ng DOJ pag preliminary investigation. Iimbitahin mo sa party sa Malacanang yung widow, kasama yung presidente. Ang presidente, alter ego niya yung DOJ. O, paano mong papafine si Tebes na walang probable cause, nakikihalubilo ka doon sa complainant. Etong Negros Oriental, baka hindi nyo alam, pero hindi ina-adoption na ng COMELEC. Si Janice Digamo, mayor ng Pamplona, nasa 1st District. Tumakbo siyang congressman ng 2nd District. We all know that before you can run for Congress in a district, you have to be a resident there for at least 1 year. Paano yung mayor ng bayan na nasa 1st District, residente ng 2nd District? O di ba? Ibig mo sabihin, hindi siya residente ng 1st District, paano siya naging mayor doon? Wala siya ron. May disqualification, inaksyonan ba? Wala. Yun, obvious. Factual. The facts are not disputed. Dinisqualify ba? Hindi. Di ba? Yan ang problema sa COMELEC. In closing, the COMELEC should be the agency of the government which was elevated to a constitutional level. Kaya nga, impeachable lang yan May independent, 7-year term. Hindi pwedeng tanggalin. Elevated to the rank of a constitutional body in order for it to be able to accurately ascertain the will of the people. The will of the people. Because sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. The COMELEC cannot substitute its discretion for the will of the people. Hindi pwedeng sila nagsasabi ng will. 2 milyon, hindi mo po proklama. Nanalo, Vice Mayor, will of the people, di mo po proklama. Hindi pwede yun. The spring cannot rise higher than the source. Ang source ng power ng COMELEC is the sovereign will. When you become the obstacle to implementing the sovereign will, ikaw na ang may problema. Hindi na yung taong bayan. So this should serve as a wake-up call to the COMELEC, including the call of the President para mag-resign yung gabinete. I am still skeptical about that move actually, kung talagang sincere. Actually, there is such a credibility gap between the President now and the people na kapag sinabi ni Pangulong Marcos, ngayon ay Biyernes, baka i-fact check mo pa sa Google. Ganon katindi ang credibility gap ng Pangulo. Tignan natin kung sinong ire-retain niya. Tignan natin kung yung mga weaponized na agencies like the Department of Justice, blatant. Yan Department of Justice, na-normalize na niya ng warrantless arrest. Hindi lang kay Pangulong Duterte. Abuse of the implementation of a search warrant sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Doon sa Teves, Cassandra Leong, inamin in a case that we have. Kino-cross-examine ko yung NBI agent, inamin niya. Walang warrant, walang kopyang warrant, walang pinakitang warrant. Nag-obey sila sa order ng direktor na arestuhin si Cassandra Leong at i-detain ng 5 araw sa NBI without a warrant issued by a court. Ang hawak nila yung detention order ng House of Representatives, in which case it should have been turned over immediately to the House. Anong dahilan nila? Wala doon mapag-turn over. 5 araw, walang tao sa House of Representatives, hindi mo ma-turn over yung tao. That's arbitrary detention. That's a criminal offense. Pero normal na. Tignan natin kung i-retain nila si Boying Remulla na ginawang blunt weapon ng administrasyon for the persecution of its political enemies. Tignan natin. Depende sa i-retain ng Pangulo, makikita natin yung kanyang sincerity. Tignan natin kung mariretain si Larry Gadon, Presidential Advisor for Poverty Alleviation, under whose watch self-rated hunger and self-rated poverty soared to record highs. Tignan natin. Tignan natin kung mariretain nyo sa agriculture. Na nagkakandaloko-loko yung supply ng basic commodity, which is rice. Tignan natin kung sinong re-retain, kung sinong hindi. Then, we will pass judgment. At pag hindi pa naayos ng Pangulo ito na naman, baka last opportunity na niya to regain whatever shred of credibility he has left. Whatever prestige the Marcos name has left. Tignan natin kung kakayanin niya. I give him the benefit of the doubt, but I doubt the benefit. Thank you.